Alrighty, people, this is a third one, okay? And I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving legal advice, okay? It's just my opinion only. It's educational. That's it. Just education. So do your own research, okay? And learn your rights, which goes back into what? Never look straight forward. Always look around you. Be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Siri. Pull your head out of the sand. Think about what little rights they are slowly taking away from you and how does it apply to you. Okay. Again, go to Shield of Shame to check out the full video of this without my interruption. All right. He did a very good job of just going through the whole thing. Okay. So check it out because I missed pieces in there because I'm picking out certain sections for my benefit and as well for you if you want to be a little bit more learned and a little bit more thinking outside the box.
The street like you've done to me. The warrant requirement protects the citizens from police power exercise that does not have a warrant and does not have a non-fraudulent exigency. There has to be an exigent basis of the arrest for it to be done without a warrant. My hand is growing numb, sir. When you checked the cuff, checking the part where the flesh is not a sign that it doesn't hurt. It hurts where it touches the bone. And my hand hurts still, Officer Bennett.
All right, Mr. Charles, come on, step out. Bennett, I'm not going to cooperate. Okay.
Right there. For educated as he is on these things, him playing out saying, I'm not cooperating. If it was me, I would still go within what I told you in other videos, right? I'm not resisting. I'm just not assisting you in my kidnapping, okay? Without a warrant, it's a kidnapping. You have to commit some type of crime, and there has to be an affidavit, and there have to be 5 elements in the warrant, okay? But we become a creature of habits of complying because we're under the illusion that all these people, for some reason or another, has authority over us under the name authority. That's misleading you, by the way. Again, I'm going to talk about we are the people. All right? We instruct them. We are their bosses. Okay? And we just forgotten how to do it over a period of time by them taking what little rights at a time away from us. All right, for on this purposes right here, right? He should have started this right from the beginning. Or at minimum, I'm not going to resist, but I'm not going to assist. However, I may comply on you. Are you going to beat me? Are you going to tase me? Or would you go as far as shooting me? Yes or no, officer? To get your wishes done. Okay, we need to call these things out once again. We're investigating them. We're asking questions. Okay? The officer's going to maybe ignore it and all that, but you still want it on the record. You felt under duress. Okay? My belief of the law does not mean it's not true and true. All right?
Well, sir, my job, I'm not here to make your life hard.
You can drag me out. I'm not going to cooperate with you.
Yeah, so the officer's right. Okay? His job is to protect your rights. Is he protecting? Is he serving? No, he's not.
False arrest and a false imprisonment. This is what this is. False arrest, Mr. Bennett, Officer Bennett, and false imprisonment. I'm not going to cooperate. I cannot cooperate. I'm just so sorry.
All right, come on out here, okay? Thank you. All right. There you go. You're the way. Come on in.
Okay, at this point, I also want you guys to recognize, you guys do within reason. If you're going to do this, you need to start from the beginning and be all invested in it. Okay? He did not start it off invested in his standing. All right? He, within reason, complied with certain things. Well, the judge won't tell you, but in their minds, in the back of their heads, right, you gave your hands to the officer, or you gave your hands behind your back, which made the officer led to believe and do believe he had your consent to take you. It's called implied consent. Okay? That's a tricky, stupid word that they use against us, right? But this implied consent is a broad, absolute, vague, and ambiguous absolutely. All right? Anything you do has always been implied. Presumptions, assumptions, right? As these magical words is kind of putting us in a box. So, Miranda warnings right from the beginning. I'm not going to resist, but I'm not going to assist you in my captivity or kidnapping, whatever word you want to use, right? And follow through all the way, okay?
All right, go back in the car. Thank you. We got an intake right now. We got a First Amendment on here, okay? And he's refusing to get out of the car. So we need to be very, by the books on this.
Okay, so on my behalf, on this side, right? Why is he giving all these notices to these officers that we must go by the book on this one? All right? They're making me believe, all right? They're making me believe that they don't go by the books on the average basis. Okay? Just by this wordage that he's telling these officers, I'm willing to believe and do believe that this is not an everyday occurrence, that they give other officers notices that we must go by the book on this. So sit and think about that and quander it for a minute, right? So the officers giving other officers notice to go by the book on this one. Okay, what about the previous people in there? Okay, what about the future people is going in there? You don't go by the books, officers? Is that what you're claiming? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, we think his name is David Follis. He's got his own podcast and all this stuff. So we'll have a podcast about us. Literally nothing. I mean, he had a broken tail light, just refusing to identify himself, and he starts this whole First Amendment violator thing right off the bat, and so I was like, dude, I'm just literally like, this is just a violation. I said, I'll give you, either a ticket or a warning and get you on your way, and he was like, no, I'm not.
Now, that being said, he never brought up the First Amendment that I heard. All right, so sit and think about this. Officer made a claim to these other officers that First Amendment thing. I don't know, that goes back into what? He's made a claim. Presuming, because of what other officers told him and all that, he's a First Amendment auditor. I don't know this guy from Adam. I've never seen any of his videos or anything. Okay, so, but that being said, I don't think the guy ever made a claim that he's a First Amendment auditor. This officer is the one making these claims. Okay?
Any questions, blah, blah, blah. So, that's what what the city's saying. I'm recording still too, okay?
Again, why did he make it a direct purpose of letting everybody know he's recording? Okay? Because we all know they mute things and they conspire with one another. By the way, since that's been brought up, I would also have a demand of them saying that if there's any mute on said case against I, it's going to be misconstrued as you guys conspiring against I.
He's just passive resistant, okay? He's going to go dead weight as soon as we pull him out.
Let's go ahead and finish this up. Talking. Okay.
You want to go inside see him, or you going to
Is your camera on, sir?
Yes. His camera's
Is your
on.
camera on? Is your camera on?
Yes.
Is it? Can you confirm that?
My camera's on right here. His camera's on.
But you won't confirm that yours is on.
I don't have a camera. He has one. Mine's on, and it's going to be with you the whole entire time, okay? Up to the point where I, start executing paperwork, okay?
And he's the sergeant. Why does he not have a camera on him, knowing full well there's going to be some form of controversy?
Mr. Holtz, we're not here to make your life hard, okay? We're trying to get you, like you said, through due process, all right? The magistrate's inside. You asked for...
Remember, y'all, due process of my previous videos, all right, is to directly take me to the nearest magistrate. So who's ever making a claim against me, well, me and that officer is to see that magistrate and see about that magistrate getting some form of jurisdiction, probable cause, okay? They've been ignoring this, but most states in general actually has this in their criminal codes, that you must be taken to the nearest magistrate. Well, they're already violating the First Amendment on that. You're not supposed to, or First Amendment, they're violating the due process by not letting you go through that process first. You're not supposed to be, innocent people are not supposed to go to jail first. Okay? That's the easiest way of putting it. Innocent people is not supposed to go to jail first. Sit and think about that. 1,000 guilty men to be set free, so therefore one innocent man does not go to jail. How's that working for us out today, people?
Don't let the magistrate off the clock yet.
Even after you try
Want to fast forward?
Imprisonment and a false arrest of a person traveling privately under Tennessee Transportation Administrative Notice that your department has been under since March of 2018, sir. I cannot cooperate. I just can't. I have strength to do all kinds of things, but not to cooperate in my own abuse.
Again, quit using the cooperate. I'm not assisting. I'm not refusing, but I'm not assisting. You must grab my body and put me where I need to go without my assistance.
Yeah, it's good pressure because we got to pick you up and bring you here.
You are watching videos of shame. Please subscribe and thank you.
I'm gonna say, okay, have a seat. Yeah, you get up and have a seat. You only need at least have a seat. Thank you. Would you like the cuffs off?
So recognize that it's going to hurt in particular spots when you decide to stand up for your full rights. Okay? Your full rights, not partial. Okay? And again, you got to go by the personality of a particular officer that's in your said case. Okay? These officers actually, I had to give them credit. They're really nice. Okay? But you want to make it difficult. So when they decide to try to pull you over again, they're going to be thinking in their head, oh man, he's going to be such a headache. He's going to be an hassle. You know, most people, they go work out, but they don't want to work extremely hard for 12 hours, right? More work for the exact same pay. Most people are looking for minimum work for the exact same pay. Do the job, complete it. I'm not that way, but most people is that way, right? These officers are the same way. He became a headache. And they don't want to go through this 10 times a day with every time they see him. All right? It may take a couple of times, they're going to be going, nope, I'm not going to deal with this guy.
Well, stand up and I'll take them on for you. All right, thank you. Everyone.
When he stood up and all that, and I'm thinking outside the box, he complied to that because it was a benefit for him that had the torture cuffs released from him. It wasn't because they said it. They had extensions to the minds of agreement. If you stand up, I'll take these cuffs off. Well, that's a beneficial agreement. Okay?
You know, and an advocate for our civil liberties. I'm a constitutionalist. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm doing my job as set forth through my post certification under the TCA in the state of Tennessee. You understand? Thank you.
My question was,
no, sir. I'm done answering the questions.
my bow tie.
All right. That's going to be it. Time's up. Producer We the People News. Till next time. Bye, y'all.